The Blue Jays get a much-needed Series W today against the Frisky Fish in the Miami Marlins, winning 6-3. They score some runs against Sandy Alcantara, and they pick up a Series W with the win. The Blue Jays are now 41-35 on the season, and nothing but good vibes lead in Florida with the off day tomorrow. Great vibes for this team. They needed it desperately. They got the offense to show for it. Gausman was good enough, and you pick up the much-needed win. You absolutely did. We talked about it last night, how important this win could be, depending on what happens, obviously, moving forward. But it could have been a huge series win for the Blue Jays today. We'll see down the road if it ends up being that. But no matter what, after the way this series started, to come away with a series dub is wild. It is absolutely wild. All right? Now, let's break down this game real quick, because offensively, against Sandy Alcantara, the Blue Jays really got to him early. They were teeing off on him all game long, really. A lot of hard-hit balls. If some were just foul or some were right at guys, they were really piecing him up nicely. And it all starts in the top of the second with Matt Chapman, who has been red hot the last couple days. He had two big knocks yesterday, the single to left field, the drive to right center gap that ended up being a double, probably with an error, a three-bag error there, and in yesterday's ball game. And today, he leads it off in the top half of the second inning with a ringing single up the middle. But because it was hit so hard in between left and center field, they had to go back on it a bit to get the ball. So that gives Matt Chapman an opportunity to get all the way to second, a head first slide. He's safe. A really nice start for Chap. Then Kevin Biggio comes up. He drills a ball to right field. It goes all the way to the wall. It's an RBI double for Kevin Biggio, and the Jays are in front 1-0. Then Santiago Espinal hits a soft line drive over the shortstop for a base hit. You know, Kevin Biggio goes up to third because he had to hold up on the play. First and third, nobody out still, and you're already up 1-0. Kiermaier punches a single up the middle for a base hit. Biggio comes in to score. Espinal goes to third on the play, and you still got nobody out. Phenomenal. Kiermaier, steals second. Great stuff. Tyler Heineman at the dish. Watching him try and bunt that. That was not pretty. But now there's one out. Guys at second and third. All right, we'll see what happens here. Right? I think actually Kiermaier stole second at the Springer AB. Because George Springer hits a chopper to third, but it goes over the third baseman into left field for a base hit. In comes Espinal. Kiermaier had to hold up initially, but once he realized it was going to drop in there, he starts going, and he flies around third, slides in safely at the plate. It was close, but he was there, and the Blue Jays lead it 4-0. Absolutely phenomenal. I think Springer ends up at second on the play. Whit Merrifield then singles to left field, or center field, excuse me. Again, one of those punching singles up the middle. Great stuff for him. In comes Springer, and the Blue Jays lead it 5-0 over Sandy Alcantara and the Miami Marlins. Now, we move ahead to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Brian De La Cruz hits a single to the left field through between short and third. Then, Jesus Sanchez drills a ball to right field, and it goes off the wall. Second and third, nobody out. Garrett Cooper at the dish after a horrific first AB for him. He drills one to left field, and it goes off the glove of Kevin Kiermaier. Or not Kevin, it was Whit Merrifield. Catchable ball, tough route to the ball, can't make the play. Both runs come in to score. And just like that, it's a 5-2 game, and they have a guy at second and nobody out. And we're all getting flashback to Sunday against the Texas Rangers, and we're like, no, let's not have this happen again. Settles down, gets out of it, no more damage done, and it's a 5-2 game. Then we go to the bottom half of the seventh inning. They push Kevin Gausman back out there, which I totally understand, and I totally agree with doing. But he gives him a single. Then hits Jacob Stallings, the last guy you want to hit. His two ABs so far, I think it's a strikeout and a little dribbler out in front of home plate. Not good. And you plunk him. Then he gives up an RBI single to Garrett Hampson. And it's now a 5-3 game because in comes Jonathan Davis. And they have 2 on and nobody out for Luis Ariz. Kevin Gausman leaves the game. He clearly ain't happy on the bench, probably with his own performance, because I wouldn't be either. And they bring in Eric Swanson, who does a great job against lefties. And he gets the chopper to I guess it was technically short. Santiago Espinal, but he's right over second base. So, touch a second, on to first. Big time double play there against one of the best hitters in all of baseball. Then he gets a ground ball to Matt Chapman off the bat of Jorge Soler. On to first, inning over. A phenomenal job from Eric Swanson getting out of that inning. And then in the very next half, like this is the crazy thing about the game of baseball, right? When things are going, when you're able to get out of a tough situation like Eric Swanson did. Because imagine if he allows a bunch of runs and things aren't good, maybe they go to a more high leverage bullpen piece and things go really bad. Well, they bring in, I think it's Stephen Okert. I could have butchered that thing hard, but either way, I'm going to go with that. And he fires a 92-mile-an-hour fastball down and into Matt Chapman, and you just don't do that kind of thing on the very first pitch of the inning. And Matt Chapman, bang, dispenses of that thing into the seats, way gone. And that shot right there gave every Blue Jay fan a little bit of a, okay, we're good. First home run of the series for the Blue Jays, and it was a massive one. It gave everybody a sigh of relief as Matt Chapman trots home. It was like 415 feet off the bat at 112 off the bat exit velocity. Remarkable stuff from Matt Chapman as he had a big last couple days. Massive last couple days for him, and it puts the Jays up 6-3. So I'm thinking, okay, you're up 6-3. Swanson, how many pitches did Eric Swanson throw in that eighth inning, or in the seventh inning? He threw 7. So I'm like, well, it's still a hold situation. So do you put him back out there? No, they go Trevor Richards, and I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here. Trevor Richards goes out there, 1, 2, 3, inning over, no problem. Great stuff from Trevor Richards. And then Jordan Romano goes out there in the 9th. Then he gets the first guy out. Then gives up a single. Then walks a guy. And we're like, okay, Jordan, you're making a sweat as always. But for the love of God, please finish this off. He ends up getting out of it. Wins the ball game. And the Blue Jays win it 6-3 over the Marlins. Massive job there for the Blue Jays. Getting this series win. Scoring some runs. They put it all together today. They scored runs. They had hits. They had hit with runners in scoring position. Your starting pitcher gave you a good enough start. It was quality. Your bullpen held the fort. You won a ball game. It's magical, isn't it? Offensively, George Springer 2 for 5 with a couple RBIs and a run scored. Vladdy 0 for 4. And I thought the first out of the game for him where pitch was away and he pushed it the other way. It was a deep fly ball, got out unfortunately, but it was a good piece of hitting for Vladdy. Every other AB just rolling over on it, rolling over on those balls away, rolling over. And I'm like, God, Vladdy, punch that thing the other way or force them in the zone. Like, God, it's painful to watch. It really is. Matt Chapman 2 for 3 with a couple runs scored, an RBI and a home run and a walk. So a great day in the office for Matt Chapman. Kevin Biggio went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. He was great. Raising his batting average to 191. Still ain't great for him. 11 hits total for the Blue Jays, 8 strikeouts in the game, and they walked twice as well. So great day in the office offensively for the Jays, attacking Sandy Alcantara early, and obviously Matt Chapman with the extra insurance run there in the top half of the 8th. Kevin Gausman, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 3 runs, all were earned, 6 Ks and 1 walk. Again, I didn't think he was great, but he gave your team a chance to win. He battled most of the day, and he still gave you a quality start. So really good job from Kevin Gausman. Eric Swanson, phenomenal stuff. Clean inning of work. Did a job, arguably the biggest moment in the game, and he got it done. Trevor Richards, a clean inning, had a strikeout, and Jordan Romano made a sweat, but went an inning, allowed a hit, a walk, a couple strikeouts, and picked up save number 72. My God, 22 for Jordan. All right, now the Blue Jays come back home after the off day tomorrow to take on the Oakland A's. James Caprillion gets the ball in game 1. He's 2-6 with a 6.38 ERA. Yeah, not very good. Chris Bassitt gets the ball for the Blue Jays. Look at him bounce back. His last couple starts haven't been great, but now he's taking on an A's team which isn't very good. So you got to find a way to do a job there. Jose Barrios gets the ball in game 2. It's undecided right now for Oakland, and Kikuchi gets the ball in the finale. Undecided for Oakland. You play the Oakland A's, the Boston Red Sox and San Francisco Giants, both teams who, if you take away their winning streaks of like 8 or 9 games each, they're a 500 ball club, if not worse. So how good are they really? I don't know. And to put it in perspective to people, sure, they're having these win streaks and they're this number of games above 500. Oakland had a streak like this. That's all I'm going to say. All right? Then after that, you have the White Sox and the Tigers. And then you're into the All-Star break. The Jays have a time right now to put a stretch together of a lot of wins. But you cannot take anybody lightly, and you got to go out there and do a job. And it starts on Friday, 7:07, James Caprilli and Chris Bassitt at Rogers Center. I'll probably be at that game, so that video will be uploaded a little bit later than usual, but of course it will be uploaded on Friday night. As per usual. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the W today, the series win today, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays Edition tomorrow. No, Friday. I get an off day tomorrow, so I get to chill a little bit. Tomorrow is the off day, so I will thoroughly enjoy it. I don't know why I said that again. Friday, game 1 of the 3-game weekend set against Oakland. For the love of God, at the very, very, very least, a series win, please. James Caprilli and Chris Bassitt, 7:07 at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the W today. We'll talk to you guys then.